Think about your most private thoughts, your deepest fears, your wildest dreams. Now imagine someone, somewhere, could access those thoughts without your permission, without you even knowing. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, for Montel Alexander Bowman, this isn't the plot of a dystopian thriller, it's his alleged reality. Bowman claims he's been subjected to decades of invasive technological surveillance, a continuous experiment that strips him of his privacy and manipulates his very being. Bowman's story, whether true or the product of a troubled mind, forces us to confront an unsettling question in our increasingly tech-dependent world. Can our thoughts be hacked? Are our minds still our own? Montel Alexander Bowman isn't a household name, but his claims are anything but ordinary. For over 40 years, he alleges, he's been involuntarily subjected to a technological experiment of unimaginable proportions. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill government surveillance. Bowman describes a level of intrusion that borders on the surreal. Think about it. The ability to monitor your thoughts, to eavesdrop on your internal monologue, to even manipulate your senses. Bowman claims this technology not only tracks his every thought and feeling, but also bombards him with external stimuli, forcing him to see and feel things dictated by unseen operators. He describes it as being trapped in a waking nightmare, his life no longer his own. If Bowman's claims sound far-fetched, consider the rapid advancements in neuroscience and artificial intelligence. Brain-computer interfaces, once the stuff of science fiction, are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Scientists are developing technologies that can decode brain activity, allowing paralyzed individuals to control prosthetic limbs with their thoughts. While these technologies hold incredible promise for medical breakthroughs, they also raise serious ethical concerns. If we can read and interpret brain activity, how long before we can manipulate it? How do we ensure these powerful tools aren't used for malicious purposes, for coercion or even torture? Bowman's case, while extreme, highlights the potential dangers of unchecked technological advancement. As we hurtle towards a future increasingly intertwined with artificial intelligence, we must consider the implications for our fundamental rights and freedoms. The right to privacy, the freedom of thought, these are the cornerstones of a free society. But what happens when technology blurs the lines between our inner and outer worlds, when our thoughts are no longer our own? These are questions we can no longer afford to ignore. Bowman's case, whether true or not, serves as a stark warning, a harbinger of a future where our minds could become the ultimate battleground. Section 5. The Law and Your Mind. A murky landscape. Here's where things get even more complicated. The law as it stands is ill-equipped to deal with the complexities of mind-reading technology. Our legal system is still catching up to the digital age, grappling with issues like online privacy and data security. But the potential for thought surveillance and manipulation presents a whole new level of legal and ethical challenges. How do you define and protect cognitive liberty? The right to think freely, without intrusion or manipulation. Can we hold someone accountable for stealing or manipulating your thoughts? These are uncharted legal waters, and the answers are far from clear. Section 6. The burden of proof. Can you prove a thought was stolen? The very nature of thought makes it incredibly difficult to prove or disprove claims of mental intrusion. Thoughts are intangible, fleeting, existing solely within the confines of our minds. There's no physical evidence, no DNA to collect, no fingerprints to dust for. How do you convince a jury that your thoughts have been violated when the evidence is entirely subjective? This lack of tangible proof creates a significant barrier to justice for anyone claiming to be a victim of thought surveillance or manipulation. Section 7. Privacy in the age of mind-reading machines. Bowman's case highlights a fundamental question about the future of privacy. If our thoughts are no longer private, what does that mean for our individual autonomy, for our relationships, for our very sense of self? Imagine a world where your employer can monitor your thoughts for signs of disloyalty, where advertisers can tailor ads based on your deepest desires, where governments can suppress dissent before it even surfaces in your mind. This isn't just science fiction, it's a potential future we must actively work to prevent. Section 8. The fight for our future minds. Protecting our minds from technological intrusion won't be easy. It requires a multi-pronged approach, involving scientists, ethicists, lawmakers, and the public. We need to establish clear ethical guidelines for developing and using brain-computer interfaces. We need stronger legal protections for our cognitive liberty, ensuring our right to think freely remains inviolable. And perhaps most importantly, we need to foster a public dialogue about the potential risks and benefits of these powerful technologies. Section 9. Where do we go from here? Montel Alexander Bowman's case, whether ultimately proven or not, serves as a wake-up call. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth that our technological capabilities are outpacing our ethical considerations. We stand at a crossroads, and the choices we make today will determine the future of our minds. Will we allow our minds to become the next frontier of exploitation and control, or will we rise to the challenge, harnessing the power of technology while safeguarding our fundamental rights and freedoms? The future of our minds depends on the answer.